Well, it's time to say goodbye to our pumpkin garden and on to bigger, better things, right? So this season was bittersweet. We started off with so much excitement, planting so many different varieties of pumpkins, but as you can see, nature had other plans for us. But the goal was to have pumpkins climbing up the trellis fence here in the background on this narrow side yard space. And then I was hoping to have sunflowers all in between. It was a bit ambitious and I wanted to make the most of this space. And in a lot of ways it was a success, just earlier on in the season than I was hoping for. The extreme summer heat is pretty brutal here and we had record-breaking temperatures this year, and unfortunately it shortened our pumpkin season by quite a few weeks. So looking back, trying to grow pumpkins in this narrow side yard space was both rewarding and challenging at the same time. One of the pros was definitely the space-saving aspect, and by training them up the fence, we were able to keep the vines more contained. And so a lot of the vines wanted to continue to just kind of sprawl out instead of climbing up the fence. And I mean, that's normal. Pumpkins definitely tend to want to sprawl instead of climb. So that is something that in the future I'll have to figure out a little bit better. We tried the Vigoro clips, which did work well, but I feel like with this fence, in a lot of areas where I tried to have the pumpkins climbing, it actually cut off their circulation or something, and those branches of vine would actually die. But I have to say, even though we had a few setbacks, we did manage to harvest a few pumpkins, and even though they weren't the biggest pumpkins, they were ours. And it's just such a joy watching the kids get to harvest them, and this moment right here made all the hard work worth it. All right.
Wait, is that the time?
So here you have it. This is our pumpkin harvest. I am proud of the fact that even though it is very small, I was still able to produce pumpkins in our very extreme hot summer this year. So we didn't get much of a monsoon rain, and considering that and the location of where we planted these pumpkins, I am very proud of the fact that we were able to still get quite a few. So I am looking forward to using these in the kitchen, and we obviously love our pumpkin, so we love pumpkin pies and loaves and muffins, all of those. So we'll be using these and probably carving a couple up for the kids, and it's just super exciting that we were able to get a few pumpkins this year. And now it's time to say goodbye. This is the last pumpkin of the season. There's always a bit of sadness when a growing season comes to an end, especially when things don't go as planned. And even though the season didn't go exactly how we imagined, I am proud of what we accomplished. And we may not have grown the biggest pumpkins, but just seeing them develop from seed to harvest in such a challenging environment, well, that's a success in itself. I am looking forward to next year and definitely learned some things this season, and there's always another opportunity in gardening, and that's the beauty of it. And until then, I will cherish the pumpkins that we did grow. Well, as always, I just want to thank you so much for watching and following us along on our pumpkin journey. And as always, feel free to hit that like button if you like this content. And if you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe. I hope I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.